Again. No loading screen. This has gotten out of hand. Maybe the conspiracy is of much greater magnitude than earlier anticipated. But it will not stop us from punishing the insurgents, these Bretonnian toasts that tried to invade the Empire. But before we can deal with those French... we first have to deal with Nuln, with our Dragonlady without a dragon, which is very good. And we still have to fight the Battle of Bloodpine Woods. So, Grünburg, of course, will not withstand a full-scale attack of Nuln, so we will force march with 90... Well, our army is not coming. Yes, oh, by a Deathjack. Okay, he's weak. But he's cheap, so yes, please, yes. Deathjacks. The Deathjacks are renowned archers who can track a foe at speed through any forest. First recorded on the Woodbat Roll of Honor in the year 2004, the Deathjacks were hired to scout ahead of the main Stilland army during the civil wars between the three emperors. We are in the Roman Empire again. Counter-emperors. The Deathjacks have continued to be of service, ambushing opposing scouts and finding hidden paths from which to take the foe unaware. To this day, we need to... yes. The Deathjacks still recruit out of the Great Forest, as the rough country breeds canny archers with excellent woodscraft. Used to fending for themselves, the Deathjacks have been dubbed the Mutton Stickers, or Thieving Jacks, by their own comrades, as baggage trains and supplies mysteriously go missing in their presence. All is forgiven, however, when the archers return from a scouting mission, waving their banner to signify enemies ahead, or blowing the all clear on their hunting horns. Well, they do sound like they're important. They're stealing, but they do keep the morale up, because people won't die, because we will know when enemies are approaching. This is spectacularly good. So, yes, please defend Grünburg. If my calculations are correct, and our strategic overview is precise, Elspeth von Draken will not be able to obliterate Oberschreik in one, well, move. It's the AI we are playing on very hard, so they do have access to cheats, so it's unclear, but let's hope for the best. Okay, so we have to concentrate on the east now. And we need powerful units. So the right thing to do is probably build a Reichsfort, even though we do need walls. Especially in Grünburg. Yes, we are going to do the wall building stuff. I wouldn't recommend building walls all the time. There are times where you shouldn't build walls if you want to make friends, but if you are surrounded by enemies, it might be a relatively good idea. So, and we need to defend Eilhart. Oberschreik is relatively safe. Well, relatively. Problem is, we are fighting on the Eastern Front. We cannot, in a quickly manner, defend Eilhart from evil boys. So we're going to build a city watch, level 2. And if you look closely to this window that now disappears, we will get walls region-wide. So does this mean we only need one city watch for all the cities? It'd still be problematic because we need those units, but it might be worth a try. Okay, so we are going to build a zoo. Because we need a dragon in Altdorf. And without a dragon, I cannot defend Altdorf properly.
Hail to your emperor, man.
Oh yes, please.
Sure enough.
Trade agreements are what we need in these dark times of traitors surrounding us. And
Yes, my lord.
we'll go on. And more insurgents fighting a tricky bootlicker. Well, if you're licking boots, being tricky might seem as an, well, upstairs move. I'm not really concerned, so we're going to fight the battle. We're going to do something unexpected as well. We're going to give the AI, all troops, at the first possible moment. Which is probably not a really good idea, but we are in anti-cheese territory after all, so we might give it a try. Even though I'm reluctant to commit to this plan. But our men did a fine job defending against these traitors, so we'll give it a shot. But because well... we're all going to die, so yes, please, fast forward. Our orcish boys... Oh boy. I would like to take a look at a tower shot. First thing... Hello, my... Oh boy, no, we're not going to look at this. This looks... problematic. Why are you guys running? The battle is, well, you're not a French tank. You don't have mirrors, so they are jumping and they are moving forward. I'm still not. Why are they running back? Are they already routing? It's possible. I mean, a few hundred orcish boys marching on a fortress. This is stupid. I mean, from a strategical point, from an architectural point, these guys over there are not defended. People. Humans. So, we do the gift of fast forwarding, so we're not going to divulge ourselves too much into this ground catastrophe, because the AI hasn't yet noticed that this is the place to go. Where are you guys? Hello? Okay, so the AI has chosen to place all the troops above the... Oh, yes. Yes! This is very clever, so you can all die. This isn't that stupid. The problem is the AI does not really realize that putting archers here could aid those mighty knights in defending the orc general. I'm not convinced, but it seems that we will survive. I like that. Well, the AI isn't that stupid in a field battle. At least it knows where the enemies are and can counteract them, at least to a certain degree. But I'm not convinced of the siege action style. I mean, they just hoarded all the troops here, and the enemies obviously advanced there and there, and why? Why? Why bother? I mean, the AI could have just placed some archers here, and they would have shot in this area and this one. Yes, yeah, okay. Also, this has a lot of potential, this map, this fortress. Imagine that this passageway was open, then we could place our troops here and shoot the enemies down from here. Also with artillery, that could, I mean, in reality you of course would do that, but we are in a custom-made map by, I think this is a creative sub. I think this is an official map. Either way, it's not polished. There's so few polished maps. There are some in 3rd Age Total War, but because only because like 10 people worked on it for half a decade. It's the one weakness of Warhammer 2 that we do not have sufficient detailed and polished maps. The map sizes are a joke. And the problematic thing is that you need big streets, which look awful, because the AI is unable to cross a street that, if I remember correctly, is under 1.5 orc unit in the width size. Well, this was a heroic victory. This is ridiculous. Okay, well, bye bye orcs. And now the Bretonnians are marching forward. No, they are not. Okay. Well, this went well. Volton has not yet discovered a goblin army. Maybe he's used. Oh, there. Oh, Volton.
What does the Emperor bid?
I think I'm going to leave you there. Maybe he will befriend these wolves. Maybe they will eat him. It would solve a few problems for us. So we're going to wait for this, and we still need to build this special building in Eilhart. And we're going for the livestock pens here. Now, we have to make a decision. We could attack these Richter van Vonvolkvan troops and crush them. Which we will do because we need to train Franz. And now we're going to repair, or well, take on captives. An ambush attack on a mighty imperial metropolis is of course only possible if you are the emperor. And you have friends, even the heists of gods, opening in you gateways to unknown possibilities. Now, what? This is interesting. This is obviously a bug, because we did not fight Elspeth, we lightning striked. This is interesting. So, if we lightning strike a legendary general and don't fight him at all, and we defeat the army that we are lightning striking, it means that we will still get the trait from the lightning strike legendary general. I'm not complaining. We now have more technological speed, which is extremely nice. Okay. So we're going to improve a storm call and of course the Arcane Conduit. After all, a strong mind is needed to channel the winds of magics. Those that have such a gift become Arcane Conduits, funneling the magical tempests to their cause. Gandalf, what's up? You still need regrowth, and of course, channeling an Arcane Conduit comes easy. We're still not going for miscasting. What ridiculous. So, Markus Kruber, he has area attacks, that's extraordinary. No, we're not going for Huntsman now. Okay, so killing the most abominable monsters is this man's profession. Oh, it's getting interesting. Oh, yes, please. Contract for life means loyalty, danger, and a stable income. Yes, of course we're going to do that. We need money. Thank you. And being a mercenary for a while now, Kruber knows where to find the right lot for the job. Yes. Oh boy, this guy is... Oh boy. I'm not complaining. Oh, 19. This is absolutely. That's ridiculously expensive. It's so expensive. The treasury cannot bear such expenses. And now the only thing we have to do is run for our lives. And we'll retreat to Grunburg again. I apologize, Lady Elspeth, but your raised troops in defiance of the Empire have been killed to the last man. We now have a problem. We still haven't fought the Bloodpine Woods battle.
Bring me to my men.
Which is problematic. We cannot delay any further. Yes.
The Empire.
Middenheim's forces will become unimaginably powerful. So, even though it is not a good idea, we are going to, yes. Those that would break away from the rule of the Emperor are nothing but tenacious. Oh, tenacity. They have sent a request for assistance to their allies in the north. This appeal has been answered with covert detachments of men. Ludwig Schwarzhelm has tracked this military force to the Bloodpine Woods. He urges you to take the fight to them before they can grow into an army. We have waited too long and I apologize. Okay. We are going to teleport. This is not looking very well. We are still going to be victorious, I guess. This is actually an interesting question. Are we allowed to teleport in an anti-cheese territorial campaign run? I would say yes, because I do not want to walk too much. So, if you say no, then we're not going to do it again.
Men. It seems Todbringer sends his midden wolves across the Reich to test our mettle. He seems to think that since my father's death, Reikland is weak, and we cower under our beds waiting for these Ulrich worshippers to save us from our woes. I say we Reiklanders are more than capable of defending ourselves. I say we show Todbringer's mongrels that Reiklander blood flows through our veins. We face the trespassers deep in the Bloodpines. Keep your wits, lads, for there is more than Ulrich's dogs in there. My father had to send the Reichsguard in to purge these woods of forest goblin filth more than once during his reign. Yet that is not what we face today. No! Today we send the Elector Count of Middenland a message that it is the House of Franz that protects the borders of Reikland!
This is without a doubt the most epic ambush ever. We have literally, well, some trees, but the AI will have a lot of fun destroying these enemies of the Empire. So we are going to place it there, and there, and there, and I do hope that the AI realizes that destroying the enemy artillery is of bigger importance. This time, we will take the perspective of Markus Kruber. We have already witnessed the Emperor and the Vampire Lady, and Gandalf doesn't want to be inspected. And we cannot, at this point, inspect the Prophet. He is the representation of the will of a Sigmar, and the Sigmar cannot be inspected. So yes, Markus Kruber is. This fight will. This one looks dashing. I do believe that he will survive. I hope. We're going to look at his actions now. Oh boy. As you might have noticed, you should not bother vampire magic lady too much. She will otherwise kill your entire regiment.
That's an order! Obey! On my command! Very well! Agreed! I'll ready the men! See to it! On my command! That's an order! Very well! I'll ready the men! Obey!
I need to admit that this perspective is losing fast at the moment, even more now. Yes. It seems that we have been victorious. And we still have not won. I'm a bit surprised. The forces of Middenheim. They are forces of Middenheim, but Ostland always wants the Emperor dead. You should know that. Had days now, weeks to emerge in numbers. And we killed 100 guys and the battle is over. This is ridiculous. Oh boy, he's still fighting. I respect that. An honorable death is, oh boy, the only thing that you can expect from life if you are in a Warhammer fantasy lore, embedded as a general of traitors and rebels. Where are the rest of their forces? We are going to... oh boy. Oh yes, there they are. The forces of Middenheim have assembled a mighty host who might bring the end. I hope not. Okay, so they have a lot of spearmen, and swordsmen, and crossbowmen. They even have... I don't like pistoliers. They are very powerful, even though they are shooting at the wood. Oh boy. This is not going well. Star River patrols
Obey!
are shooting magics.
Very well. That's an order. See to it. Obey. On my command.
This is going very well. We are actively losing troops. What are those guys? Oh, Sigmar's sons. Well, we are winning. I do like that. Well, we can fast forward this. Obviously, the AI isn't incapable to a full extent. I do like the idea that someone at the Creative Assembly lab has thought about tactical view and some effects, because you can also comprehend better to a certain army formation if you can see their projectile trail. Well, we have won. It is a decisive victory. Even though we lost about 200, no, we lost 67 men. Okay. My calculations are a bit off. I need to admit that. I should have taken a look at the troops. This is not bad, actually. I'm surprised again. Somewhat to the AI, to a certain extent. It can handle weak troops in large numbers. I am confident, though. At the moment, we discover monsters, giants, saurians, necrosphinxes, and other destructive potential. Our AI will not be able to comprehend those, because you need to center them with pikemen or heroes, and then you need to shoot them down with as much artillery and ranged units that you can muster. Yes, we're going to take on captives. We need
Bring me
help.
to my men. Yes, General.
Oh boy. Ludwig Schwarzhelm, known as the Emperor's Champion or the Emperor's Sword of Justice, is the personal bodyguard of Karl Franz and bearer of his personal battle standard. Ludwig is a towering figure of a man renowned throughout the Empire for his mighty physique, stern expression, and deadly martial art skills. The Emperor's Champion is said to have never smiled in his life, and his reputation as an uncompromising, incorruptible warrior is one Ludwig has consciously cultivated over the years. Yes. Please be a hero, not a lord.
So?
And he is a hero. He has the Emperor's standard, which means that we need to put him into Franz's army. Okay.
I command here.
So Karl Franz needs to decide whether he is a warrior or an emperor. Well, good for us, I suppose. So, for Galmaras, for the Empire, and of course for France. Every man fights, that's plenty. Gandalf needs attention again. My goodness. And we're going to give him a boost of income. Well, he will give us a boost of income. And Luther is still a scourge of the unfaithful. Luther is truly a living nightmare of every corrupt priest, the scourge of the unfaithful and the bane of those who consorted with the dark powers. I mean, 10 plus Untainted is a little bit broken. He is embodiment of Sigma some way. And he's a destroyer of corruption. After all, Jehus is a grim and determined figure of Zell, whose unwavering faith in Sigmar and his stern and almost emotionless expression has ensured the rooting of corruption wherever he goes. Emotionless expression. He does remind me of a certain general. Maybe they are related. I'm not the Grandmaster of Warhammer lore, so I don't know. What I do know is that as Sergeant, Markus Kruber led the 8th Ostland Swordsman to victory many times, inspiring confidence and loyalty in his men and forming a strong bond with them. So if we accept Markus Kruber in our army, he will ensure that melee defense for spearmen, swordsmen, flagellants, and halberdiers will improve. We need bonus versus large, yes. So this is something that, why on earth, if I press on hide bodyguard, does he open the other UI? Then yes. Why? Okay. So as far as I can tell, he is not granting our army extraordinary buffs. Except that he buffs replenishment rate to... well... I apologize, Pikeman. Your existence does not end. Your conscription is over. Return to your home and to your family. Now please go. Thank you. So, no Demigryph Knights. We have not earned that yet. And this is it. We have survived another round. I'm still unsure what Elspeth will do. Oh, we will crush her. Oh no, it is very weak. Oh boy. We could take her head on.
Bring me to my men. Yes.
Not now.
What does the Emperor bid?
Oh, Vulcan ran away from the wolves, and apparently he survived again. We cannot anger Sigmar, so we have to take this boy back.
Speak. I will hear you now. Be warned, my mood is dark.
Listen, Dragonlady. No. Oh, now I understand. No, it was betrayal. Okay. The man-blight herd is an enemy of our allies, so yes, of course.
You now have the facilities to begin technological research, sire. It only remains for you to choose the direction of development.
What a strange incident. And the passing of a twin-tailed comet. A comet on the sky with trails. A large fragment of warpstone has fallen into southern Negron. A treasure of immense value. The foul substance corrupts all around it. And difficult times lay ahead for all. Well, Negron is about here, so Southern Negron is somewhere here, I guess? Yes, the finest mines in Altorf do stand ready. And we have done so. This grave news, my lord. Norscan attack on Althor. Bearing an unusual route for a Norscan invasion, Ski raiders have bypassed the bulk of the Ashura fleet navy whatever, with female warlocks cleverly concealing the fleets from the few patrols. The rallying Assur cry havoc and invoke Cain quite a bit more than usual, and this shrine seems invigorated by new traffic. I can see that. So this is the land of the Assur, of the High Elves. Those pointy-eared friends who like to dwell on their island. It's actually a very well made map. The only entrances are a gateway here and here and here and here, and otherwise you have to come from the southern way, and here's the big capital, and we're going to advance discover that later.
No greater
Oh boy, this is not looking very well.
Praise Sigmar.
Of course, the Emperor must sometimes analyze the situation offshore, and the expedition's recent reports were all positive. And now that I'm seeing the numbers, this is not convincing. Markus, you are supposed to wear enchanted fuse and be granted a dread Saurian scale. Oh boy. Slew legendary dread Saurian, the largest predator on the continent. Oh boy. I said nothing. Okay, you're allowed to go on. Those who slay a dread Saurian are forever granted utterly acceptance. And we're going to build a Reichsfort. After all, we are in Altdorf, the capital of Merne. The Reichsguard is barracked in Altdorf. However, they maintain battle-ready fortresses scattered throughout the empire. This building is granting us public order. It gives us leadership when under siege. It gives us siege order time, minus upkeep, plus capacity for order knights and Reichsguard knights. What is important is it unlocks recruitment for Reichsguard, for Imperial Foot and Imperial Foot halberds. What we do need is blacksmith. We have no blacksmith yet. We still need the Eilhart Vineries. We are going to build the Vineries. Yes, and we are going to build blacksmiths in Grünburg. After all, what better place to build a blacksmith than close to the metropolis of all the cannons?
By the comet.
And I'm unconvinced.
I command here. Who calls?
I mean, they defy their emperor, so it no, it's not worth it. Okay, no, the emperor has decided to strategically stay in Grünburg, awaiting the future. And Valtin is returning to the empire. He survived a nightly incursion with the wolves. Tales say that it was a terrible fight. In truth, because he's a chosen of a god, he's just sat alone and nothing happened. Those chosen boys, it's a joke. It's lame. I mean, they can't die, and they're all powerful. They have the biggest weapon, biggest armor.
Greetings from Sigmar.
Yes. You want me to... No. You don't demand from an emperor.
I will hear your petition, but make no promises to act on it.
No. You have to understand that from experience, Warhammer tends to make wood elves and dwarves unlikely allies, which means that they will usually fight themselves to death, and because we already befriended one side, we cannot make treaties with another. The problem in Warhammer and Total War in general is that if you have treaties with two parties who declare war on each other, you cannot win. Whatever you're doing, you're breaking at least one alliance, so your reputation will go down the drainage. Yes, of course. The vampires, we just declared war on the vampires, oh boy. A strange observatory. Some strangers from the south have built a huge observatory in Nuln. Local population and religious authorities strictly oppose this idea. But the possible benefits of a modern observatory seem too useful to refuse for scholars. What should we do? This is a difficult question. We could use it. We could turn it down. But should we truly destroy a building which costs us money for no benefit whatsoever? No, of course we're going to use it. We are in the 21st century after all. We will use knowledge to our advantage. Even though that knowledge is not always worth the risk if it involves killing people. We already read a few stories about Eilhart. And given the excellent qualities of alcohol beverages, Eilhart has become a popular destination for riverboat cruises wherein epicages travel to the town to sample its wares from the many drinking houses, breweries and vineyards on offer. Some claim the high number of visiting Bretonians drawn by the excellent wine. I mean, this is getting out of hand. Like, every building is now giving us public order. It's impossible to make a rebellion on Altdorf now. I'm not an enemy of that idea. Still, I strongly feel that the conflict with the Dragonlady without a dragon will be fought in another episode. The conclusion of this particular day is obviously that we survived once again. The core empire is still standing. Helmgard is still standing, even though weakened. It will soon be upgraded once again. For some strange reason, no orc army has yet just marched through the mountains and claiming the empire because cheating. So we're good. We are almost at an Imperial Zoo with a dragon. So this is looking splendid. And we will persevere and we will build a mighty empire. Stay tuned for more if you like. And if you have anything to bother me with that, so if you have criticism, please tell me. I need to improve. The audio quality wasn't particularly good in the first episodes. I improved that. Separate audio tracks, some later mixing. It's very useful. And now, bye-bye.
Goodbye. 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 Bye-bye. Goodbye. See ya. Bye for now. Bye for now. Goodbye. I like bottoms.